So with the next few videos we're going to be looking at jointing and pointing, and there are various ways of doing this. So we're going to look at the tools, we're going to see what we need to apply it, how to finish it off, and also we're going to look at some different types of bricks, because some jointing is only really good for certain bricks. So having said that, some jointing is definitely not right for other bricks, so we'll go through that as well. So what we're going to be looking at here is the tools that we need. These are all for applying the joint or the mortar into the brickwork, into the joint. This is a selection of various tools that we use for finishing off, and here is the final finishing off when we brush it. Now there's two things missing from here. I thought they were in my van, but they're not. And one is a sponge, and the other one is a horsehair brush, which is really fine, quite expensive, but really does give a good finish to your joints. So just very obviously, we'll always be wetting our wall, so we'll be using our spray. I never used to like a mortar gun until I found this one. This one is really good. You see me using it on the chimney stack and on another bit of Flemish bond wall in one of the videos. This is the traditional way of applying mortar into a joint, especially when you're doing a weather struck joint. Another way of getting the joints, or mortar into the joints, is using these plasterer's tools. I also use this in conjunction with this in a moment, when I do the highlighted flush joint. And again, you got these. A lot of people think these are for tuck pointing, but tuck pointing is a really fine art, that is, and you don't use these for that. So I don't really know why they're called tuck pointing. Well, anyway, I can understand why they're called tuck pointing, because you do tuck the mortar in, but that's not what you call a tool for tuck pointing. So if you go for the tools that we use for pointing and jointing, this is a chariot, which can be used for raking out joints and just run across the brickwork, and obviously the nail head there rakes the joint out. I prefer to use this though, and if you look at Storm Porch video, you'll see me using that. This is a piece of wood that I use a lot for a flush joint. Fan belt also gives very similar finish to a piece of wood. Jointing irons, and as you probably might have seen in some of the videos, the pattern number 81 is what I use. Now these are tuck pointing tools, not those. These are, and if you watch Colin Gladstone, if you go onto his website, you'll see that he is fantastic at doing this. Also on Instagram I follow Tuck Pointer, again some really good work that he does as well. And this last bit is for penny roll, which is probably, out of all of them, the hardest one to do, but we will have a go at that in the coming videos. I do use a brush similar to this, but this one is what I use for cleaning now, but my brush has gone walkabout for some reason. And a churn brush is what we use when we're using a joint on really old brickwork, English heritage style stuff, that is. Okay, so they're the tools. We're going to go have a look at the bricks and the type of mortar as well next.